folks. Watch what George is trying to do here by coming underneath, exactly as Angelo Dundina told him. But you know, we said earlier that he was getting the Hasty Pudding Club Award of Harvard in May. Right now, his face looks like a pudding.
It sure does. And Stewart was very, very tired in his corner between rounds. Very tired.
Remember, he's never gone the distance.
This is the first time Alex Stewart has ever been in a round 9. But in round 8, Alex Stewart landed 61% of his punches, Foreman 57%. They're just firing away at each other.
Well, the reason they're landing so many punches, Jim, is because they're both dead tired. Neither guy can avoid a punch. And whoever gets off first is the guy that's landing.
So what would you tell Foreman to do to try to go for the knockout here?
I think Angelo gave him good advice. Show him the jab and then bring those punches up. And again, if I was in Stewart's corner, I'd tell him to get off first, which he hasn't been doing.
By bring the punches up, you mean the uppercut?
Uppercut from underneath. And he almost had Stewart out in that last round with those 2 uppercuts.
And what do you tell Alex Stewart to do? Certainly not this.
No, get off first and try to back George up. He can do it.
Crowd begins to come alive again. They'll chant George, George, George in these last 2
now
rounds.
Stewart should jump right on him again. He landed a good solid punch, and instead he backs up.
Yep.
Step back. Watch your head.
Stewart again.
George is bleeding profusely, either from the mouth or the nose after that last barrage.
I think it's the left side of the nose. Yep. And the mouth. Both mouth and nose, Larry. The blood dripping on the canvas now.
And Stewart just is not throwing enough punches.
And the blood is just pouring out of that wound.
Yeah, it looks as though George might have gotten a cut inside the mouth.
I don't know why an old man would want to take this punishment. Maybe it's $5 million. And a dream.
Watch your head. Right, step back.
The only defensible reason.
Stewart just is not getting over any big punches.
Solid right hand by Alex Stewart, and now the uppercut. Foreman has never shown any inclination to go down to the canvas, but he's taking more and more brutal punishment with each passing minute.
Let him up. Step back.
And George is looking to his corner for help. They can't help him now.
Come on, work. Don't hold him. Right. Watch the elbow.
George is almost choking on his blood.
What about the blood on Alex Stewart's right eye?
And I have blood on my score sheet. And my shirt.
2 grotesque masks as we ready for round 10.
The guy walked
And a good thing that it is only 10 for George.
dizzy. He walked. George, this is the doctor. Can you breathe out there?
And Dr. Hamansky's coming into the ring to examine George Foreman.
You all right, son? The guy walked in the wrong corner. All right. Okay, mouthpiece. Open your mouth wide. Hey, the guy walked in the wrong corner.
Look here.
Alex,
Let the mind take over. This is no fight.
You're mine. Jamaica, you. Chanel, your wife, everything now.
Right in this fight. This for your baby.
Side to side.
I'll tell you, this one.
Okay, let's go.
Both corners flogging their fighters like jockeys. In Stewart's corner, they're telling him this is everything for his family and his baby. And in Foreman's corner, Angelo is telling him that the doctor came into the wrong corner, not his corner.
Harold, how do you have it scored?
Jim, 86-83, 5 rounds to 4, favorite George Foreman. The difference in the fight is still a 3-point round in round 2 where George Foreman scored 2 knockdowns. I think it's going to kill Alex Stewart in the scoring.
You gave him a 10-7 round there. It's conceivable some of the judges gave him 10-8.
Correct. Could very well be.
I should tell you, I have it much closer.
It's one of the great legends in the history of boxing. It's extended over 24 years. Remember the little American flags in the ring in Mexico City in '68? The love affair began then. It extended all the way to Zaire in 1974 when Foreman lost to the biggest figure in the sport, Muhammad Ali. Then the 10-year retirement. Then the comeback. Then the championship fight with Holyfield. And now this.
I don't know why Stewart is not throwing more punches in this round. It's the last round of the fight. He should be bringing. He's allowing George to take the lead, throw the punches again.
Another low blow.
And that may cost George a point.
And Steele takes a point away.
In my opinion, that makes this a dead even fight. And if Stewart can win this round, I think that he may possibly get this decision.
A very tired Alex Stewart bending all the way over in front of us, heaving to try to catch his breath.
And Richard Steele is telling him, take his time, take his time.
Foreman staggers from corner to corner across the ring. Harold.
Say that a fighter who is hit with a low blow must continue after a reasonable amount of time. So Richard Steele can give him as much time as he needs to get ready, but Alex Stewart has to continue. He can't win on a low blow.
And here they come. The delay was no more than 30 to 45 seconds. Stewart with a left to the top of Foreman's head. And another, and another. Foreman lands the left. But George's punches have no snap now, Gil. He's just pawing in there.
Big right hand by Stewart. He has such a tired man in front of him now. He should really be getting off.
There's another mouthpiece on the canvas. Again, it belongs to Alex Stewart. Richard Steele.
George has no legs at all. He's fighting on hard alone.
And Stewart fights without a mouthpiece, and Steele shows no inclination to stop it one more time.
Last round, make it clean, make it clean.
If Joan Foreman is a woman of her word, you are looking at what might be the last 30 seconds of George Foreman's career.
Gentlemen, George Foreman is a popular figure. He did have 2 knockdowns in 1 round. He may very well get the decision. I gave the fight to Alex Stewart at 1 point.
I don't like the cup of plea. I scored the fight dead even. I gave Foreman a 2-point round in knockdowns. I think the point that Richard Steele took away from George in the last round made this a dead even fight.
And that leaves it to you, Harold.
Well, Jim, I've got it 5 rounds to 5, 94-93, favorite George Foreman. That 10-7 round in the second round, the 2 knockdowns on my scorecard killed Alex Stewart. He couldn't make it up. It was as simple as that. I gave Alex Stewart that extra point in round 10 when Steele pulled the point. It was a 10-8 round in the 10th, but still in all, George Foreman by 1 point, even in rounds.
So just for the sake of argument, gentlemen, among Harold Lederman, Larry Merchant, and Gil Clancy, we have at ringside a draw. Would a draw end George Foreman's career, Larry?
Very likely, because it would probably postpone any opportunity for him to get another shot at the title.
Is it even possible with a victory that he could get another shot?
Well, I don't think it sustains his argument, and it certainly won't sustain his argument against his wife.
And we are ready right now for a moment of drama, perhaps the culmination of a 24-year legend. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer to find out who won this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Thomas and Mack Center, by way of the Las Vegas Hilton, we go to the scorecards. But first, how about a round of applause for these 2 heavyweights in the ring here tonight. Here's the official scoring. Patricia Jarman scores the bout 94-94. Art Laurie scores the bout, 94-93. And Dalby Shirley scores it, 94-93 for the winner on a majority decision, Big George Foreman.
Well, Gil, you've got a feel for Alex Stewart, who may be thinking at this moment that he can't get a break in his life.
Well, I don't know. You have to make your own breaks at some time in life. I thought Alex had the opportunity. I thought he fought a lot too tentatively in this fight. He gave George Foreman a lot too much respect.
Who takes the blame, Stewart or his corner?
Well, ultimately, the corner should take the blame. Their strategy was to have him box the entire way. Look, it wound up being a draw. I would have had him go for it. Go all out, win or lose.
Punch stat numbers, and you can see how remarkably even they are. Stewart landing, by our computation, 17 more punches in the bout than Foreman. He threw 35 more. Their percentage is right at 55, 56%. It was the classic heavyweight, I'll stand in your face and you stand in mine slugfest, but Stewart just wasn't aggressive enough.
That's the way I felt.
Let's go to Larry Merchant with Big George Foreman.
But it's not going to go to school and get you an education.
Is this